is going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Living Freed channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and today I am rolling through the rolling hills of Kentucky, probably about an hour away from Louisville, Kentucky, headed on I-71. Down south, I'll be going through Louisville, and I will be going through Nashville, headed down to Memphis. Got a load out of Rochester, New York, and that is where I'm headed to, Memphis, Tennessee. Today is a Saturday. I will be delivering this tomorrow morning, and I'll be picking up a load out of Memphis, headed down to Georgia. So I've already got a pre-planned weekend and everything like that, so it is going to be really nice to get these kind of miles and everything over the weekend. So pretty good week for me, and something I'm going to be talking about today is really important to me, and I'm going to be talking about, you know, the struggles of working every day, you know, the struggles of being an over-the-road truck driver, because a lot of people don't really understand what it's like to be an over-the-road truck driver, unless they have done it, obviously. But why do we do what we do? Why do I do what I do? And what is my motivation? You know, that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. What is my motivation? Why do I work my butt off? Why do I work every single day? Why don't I go get a local job or a regional job or something like that so that I can be home more often? Well, you know, let me start off by saying, first of all, if you're new to the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel for more of this content in the future. Like I said, my name is Tyler Freed, and if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you for watching this video, and please stay tuned till the end, okay? And if you don't like the video, leave a thumbs down. That would be really nice and much appreciated too. So anyway, let me get right into it. You know, why do I work every day? Why do I like to live this lifestyle? Well, number one, it's not that I necessarily like being on the road away from my wife and my family all the time and away from friends. It's that I have a motivation to change my family tree, you know, to change the future of my bloodline. You know, I come from, at least in my direct family, I do not come from money. You know, I do not come from a family who understands investing, who understands success, who understands how to go from nothing to multi-millionaire. Now, I do have a brother who is a half-brother that I didn't really grow up with, who did teach me about these things. However, you know, I did not grow up with this person, you know, throughout the course of my young life, you know. I didn't really get to know him until I was already a young adult. And, you know, I was about 21 whenever I started to get to know him. And that is where I spent about 3.5 years around him and learned a whole lot from him and from his business partners and things like that. And that is where I have learned a lot about business, about investing, and really just being successful in life, you know, and that was from my half-brother. And but anyway, I do not come from a family where, you know, they understand how to become rich, how to become financially free. I do not come from that. Now, I'm not saying my parents didn't work hard. They absolutely did work hard, and they do work hard still today. But working hard doesn't necessarily mean, you know, that you're going to achieve financial freedom. And it's part of it, but it's not all of it, you know. So in order to achieve financial freedom, you have to learn about things like business, things like investing, things like money management, you know, personal finance. Those are things that I like to talk about, and I talk about it because that's what I'm doing, you know. And honestly, people don't even understand, really, I believe people don't even understand what financial freedom is. I don't think people really understand what being wealthy is. You know, I know what most people's image that they see in their mind, like when they envision a wealthy person, they think a nice car, big house, you know, fancy clothes, things like that. That's what they envision when they think of somebody who is rich. just showing off, basically. I'm not saying don't strive to achieve, don't strive to purchase those nice things or whatever. I'm not saying don't do that. But what I'm saying is understand what real wealth is. Real wealth is freedom. Real wealth is time. If you can learn to invest your money and invest it wisely so that later in the future, that investment is paying you to where you don't have to spend your time working, you are wealthy. You are wealthy when you can do whatever you want to do. You can work on the things you like. That's wealth, right? So let me go back to my point of this video. Why do I work all the time? Why do I work every day, just about? I only take, and this is just me, kind of telling you a little bit about myself. Like, I only go home out of a 30-day period. I probably only take like 3 days off out of a 30-day period. So I basically stay out, a month and a half, and then take 5 days off, right? 5-6 days off, and that's where I spend all that time with my wife, family, things like that. But why do I work, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a row? Why do I do that? Is it because I just don't want to be around my family? Absolutely not. No, I love my wife, I love my family, and I like to spend time with them. However, I have a goal to achieve financial freedom. And I know a lot of people think about trucking like, man, truckers can't get rich, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not necessarily true. Truckers can make 6 figures without even owning a truck. A lot of people don't know about the money that can be made in this industry. A lot of people don't know about that. And on my channel, you will be knowing how to get to the money. I'm going to be making videos about how to get to the money, all the different paths you can take when working in this industry. And if you're somebody that's not even in this industry, you can listen to me about, or you can listen to my videos that are about personal finance, because all those videos that I talk about, personal finance and things like that, that could apply to anything that you do. So you don't have to be a trucker to watch my channel. But if you are a trucker, hey, I think this information will definitely help you out. And if you don't agree with what I'm saying, maybe you can at least learn something new. And you don't have to agree with me, but maybe hear somebody else's opinion. So anyway, why do I stay out? Like I said, it's because I'm motivated by financial freedom. Is it because I care about money and that's all I care about? Absolutely not. No. I don't only care about money. Really, I don't even care much about money. I am not a materialist at all. Like, I'm not a materialistic person at all. However, I do want time in the future. I'm 27. I'm about to have my first child, and I am going to want to be able to spend a lot of time with my child, with my wife in the future. And I know that if you do not have financial freedom, even if you have a normal job, quote unquote, where you're home every night and home on the weekends, are you really home? Not really. Because say you work a 9 to 5, well, when you get off, you come home, you basically eat, shower, get ready for bed, and do it all over again. And then on the weekends, yeah, you have like a day off, but then that, like say you have Saturday off, yeah, you can do whatever you want then, but then Sunday, you got to get ready to go back to work again. So are you really spending that quality time? And I don't think you are. And like right now, the company I'm with, I could go do regional work for my company and be home like every other night and home on weekends. I would get like a day and a half off Saturday, Sunday to be home. But want financial freedom. I want to own assets. I want to own things like real estate. I want to own a business. I want to own stocks, right? I want to own things that pay you dividends, but also go up in value over time. I do not want to put my money into cars and houses that I live in. Yeah, am I going to own a house that I live in one day? Sure, I am. But that's not where I want most of my money to be. I want most of my money to be working for me. And like I said at the beginning of the video, that's why I work every single day. That's why I work all the time. Yes, I do take those little mini vacations and go see my family and everything like that, but then I'm right back at it, and I'm out here hustling again. And like I said, a lot of people don't understand, like trucking, if you do it right, it's a six-figure job. If you do it right, if you hustle. If you want to go home every weekend, go home every day, it's not really a six-figure job. But if you want to work and you want to go out there and get it, it's definitely a six-figure business. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that at all. But so that's pretty much what it is. Why do I work? Why do I, why am I motivated to do what I'm doing? And if you're somebody who wants to change their situation, who wants to do better, who wants to get out of the poverty mindset and get out of poverty, physically as well, then number one, you have to get into a vehicle, a career that has a bright side, like a future, something that you can grow in. That's why I like trucking, because I can go from nothing in this industry and become a multi-millionaire. I can do that in this industry, and it's not the only industry that you can do it in. If I was doing something else, I would have that same game plan for whatever industry I was in. I just happen to be in this one right now. And so, but my game plan is to definitely create financial freedom by starting out in this career. That's why I'm in this career. That's why I'm doing this job, because there's so many options with the trucking industry. And I've picked my lane. I like to travel. I don't do oil field work. I don't do tanker work, things like that, like local stuff, because I actually like the change of scenery every day. I like doing something different every day, and that's what OTR trucking provides. Is it something that I'm going to do forever? No, because I do plan on owning multiple trucks in the future. I absolutely do, and that's another reason why I work every day, because I'm saving up towards buying my first truck. I'm saving up towards, once I get that first truck, once I know what I'm doing and I'm operating my business, I can expand it, add a second and third truck, and eventually, like I said, by the time I'm 35, I definitely want to be out of driving this truck all the time. I do not want to have to be stuck over the road. So this isn't a forever thing. I do love trucking. I do love being over the road. But I know that it's not something that I can do forever, while raising a family. I can't be over the road. Now, I can definitely be in the trucking industry for the next 15, 20 years throughout my career. And, I don't know if that's what's going to happen with my life, but I wouldn't really mind it. I actually enjoy this industry. And so anyway, I know I'm kind of rambling on and everything like that, but if you've stayed tuned till this far in the video, I really appreciate it. And like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that's pretty much it, though. I just want to achieve financial freedom so I can provide for my child, provide for And so, yeah, and that's what is on my mind. Like, a lot of people don't get it in my family. A lot of people that are my friends, they don't get it. It's like, how do you stay out away for 6 weeks at a time? I can't do that. Well, you can't do that because you don't have the right mindset for success. You want to be comfortable. And if you want to be comfortable, that's fine. It's a free country. You can do what you want to do. But if you want to be successful at anything, no, you do not have to be away from home all the time, but you do need to be out selling or out hustling. You do need to learn how to manage your money. You do need to learn how to invest. Everybody needs to learn how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, if you don't learn a skill that you can produce an income, and if you don't learn how to manage your money right, and you don't learn how to invest, you will never have freedom in this country or in any country. And that's the point of my channel, is to point that out to people. Like, hey, the government is not going to save us. The government does not care about us. And they're not going to change your future for you. You're going to have to change your future for yourself. You're going to have to learn yourself. No one's going to educate you. They're not going to do it for you. You've got to educate yourself. You've got to want to educate yourself about the right things. You've got to want to get out and work. You've got to want to learn. That's pretty much it. That's the point of this video. It's like, I want to do better. Why do I stay out? Why do I work all the time? Why do I not watch TV? Why do I read instead of watching TV? Why do I, take courses while I'm out here on the road, learning about accounting, learning about business, learning about investing? Why do I read about all the most successful people throughout history? Why do I read books about them? Because I want to learn how to become them. I want to learn how to become financially free. And, anybody can do it. A lot of the wealthiest people in the world didn't even graduate college. Some of them didn't even graduate high school. And I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm not saying don't graduate high school. I'm just saying that, hey, if they could become ultra successful and change the world without having a college education or even a high school education, then what's stopping you? What's stopping me from achieving success if they can do it? And the answer is nothing. And I believe in God, and if you're not a Christian or whatever, that's fine, but I believe that we are all born with a special talent. Every single one of us. I believe that. But the sad reality is 95% of people do not use that talent that God gave them or that they were born with. Okay? And that's really sad. Like, for me, I'm trying to reach my full potential. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I work every day. That's why I make the sacrifice of being on the road, being away from my wife, being away from my family. That's why I make that sacrifice. And because I want my kid to learn what I'm learning from me. I want him to not only learn by me telling him, but I want him to learn by watching me do what I do. And I really think that's important, because I believe kids learn more from watching you do something than they do from you telling them, than from you lecturing them. That's what I believe. And so, now that I'm having a son, having a kid, everything like that, like, my life is not about myself anyway. My life is about changing my family tree for my child, for my wife, providing. That's what it's all about. That's why I do what I do. So anyway, I just wanted to make a video and talk about this subject, because it's something that I really care deeply about, and I hope that if you're watching this video and you like what I'm saying and you relate to what I'm saying, that you do hit the like button once again and subscribe to the channel, because you will be hearing a lot of this type of content throughout the course of me making Anyway, I really appreciate you for watching the video. Thank you for watching. God bless. Have a great day.